Welcome back to Homemaking with Mima. My name is Wendy, and in today's video I'm going to be making baked donuts using the Kodiak pancake mix. And I'm going to bring you along with me. So I've sprayed my donut pans. I have an old Tupperware piping bag. It looks rough, but it's clean. Very well used. And that's what I'm going to use to pipe the batter in. I've got 2 cups of the pancake mix in there. This is actually all that was in that box, was the 2 cups and then possibly 1 more cup here. So I'm going to set that aside. 2 cups of the Kodiak mix, 1.5 cups of water. I think I'm going to get my my Danish dough wand and use that. So let me grab that. All right. It's going to be thick. Yeah, this works really good. A lot better than the spatula. I did get the spatula to help get it into the piping bag though. So I've got it all mixed. I'm going to allow it to rest for at least 5 minutes. It doesn't say to do that, but I'm going to. So I've allowed it to rest for 5 minutes. Now to get it into the piping bag. This is always not the easiest. Without making a mess anyway. I want to try to get it, well, there's my oven. Preheat your oven 350. And they want you to cook these for 8 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. Filling a piping bag is really not the easiest. I put it into a cup. It's already starting to come out the bottom, but I want to try to get all this in here so that I can just get it all into the pan. I'm going to be covered in chocolate. I did double the recipe, so it would be a lot easier if you were just making the 1 pan. But I'm bringing you along with me so you can see the struggle. All right. So I'm just going to fill these. This is why a piping bag works good instead of spooning it into these. When I first got these pans, I spooned it in there and I'm like, I have a piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, you could use like a gallon Ziploc bag and put it all down into the corner. Take the corner and snip it. I might be filling these too full, but I'm all right with that. Go a little lighter on these last few here. Then I can go and finish getting them in there. Or finishing up the dough, I should say. All right, so here they are, and I am going to put them in the oven, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to get this kind of cleaned up, because what I'm thinking is I really don't want to save what's left there, so I'm going to make the rest of that as well. But I do need to clean this up some because I'll be full of chocolate. So I will bring you back when these donuts are ready to be pulled out of the oven. So I stuck a toothpick in them, and because I probably filled them so full instead of just putting 2 tablespoons in, it took longer to cook. 16 minutes it took total. And I also put, after it cooked for the first 8 minutes, I put a layer of foil over the top of it because I didn't want these to burn, because there are little chocolate chips and stuff in it. And that did help. So now I'm going to allow them to cool. I think I'm going to take them off the pan because that pan is hot, and let them cool here. And then we'll give it a taste test. I do have the batter made up for the other one. But I won't bring you along for that. And we'll let these cool, and I'll get them out of there. Hopefully they come out good. I've let them cool. I didn't want to let them cool completely because I don't want the pans to start making the cake batter, or the batter, like sweaty. Just gonna loosen them up a little bit, get these off of here. Well, they release nicely. They look good. Like I had stated, I'm going to make up the rest of that batter. It was a cup and like a quarter. So I'm just gonna adjust my water ratio for that. And it's probably only gonna make one pan. There we go. All right. I am going to let those cool completely. I'm going to work on the other ones. I'll clean up the pan a little bit. Work on the other ones and get those done. So I'm just going to let you peek at, this is what I had left. They've been in there almost 10 minutes. I've switched them at 5 minutes. You know, turn the pan around to get even cooking. After this, I'm going to put some foil on top of it and finish cooking them. But I'm also going to check them first too, because this is only 1 pan and not 2. Okay, so the donuts are done. The baked donuts made out of the Kodiak Power Cakes Flapjack and Waffle Mix dark chocolate version. I have not tasted them yet. I have the second ones are over here. Second batch that I cooked are still cooling. These cooled off very quickly. So I made sure I got some coffee, because to me it's going to be more like a pancake shaped like a donut. So the texture looks really good. And I'll bring you in closer after I'm done taking a taste. It's okay. It reminds me a little bit of definitely a pancake, but kind of a doughier pancake. Now these are cooked all the way through, and I'll bring you in closer in a minute, but let me wash it down with some coffee. They would be better with frosting, and the Pinterest recipe did give me frosting for it, but I didn't want to make the frosting for it because we're trying to eat, our choices be a little bit healthier. And I did have this, and I do have the baked baking pans to make these donuts. These are okay. Are they a repeat? Probably not. This was bought a while back with my thinking, I want to assume, of making these baked donuts. I would probably prefer to just make, I've made homemade baked donuts before, and I made the chocolate. I made them from scratch using, I believe it was cocoa powder in that. Those were much better because I didn't frost those either. So yes, this is higher in protein, and that could be one reason why it may taste a little doughy. But like I said, they're okay. We're gonna eat them up because we never turn away anything that's got chocolate in it. We do have some chocolate syrup. Maybe we'll drizzle some chocolate syrup over them, heat them up like you would a pancake. But at least now this is gone. And I tried the recipe, not 100% happy with it. I'm probably about 65% happy with it. If I frosted them, they would be much better. So I'm gonna bring you in for a closer look before I end this video. I'm hoping that you can see the inside. Is it focused? It is completely cooked. This was the top, this was the bottom. The crumb is really good, but like I said, it tasted doughy. You know, as you can see, I can squeeze it, and it could be because of the extra protein that they have in there, whatever this Kodiak mix is made out of. I want to thank you so much for joining me today in experimenting. Wasn't 100% of what I expected it to be. It's about 65%. However, you never know until you try, and I have tried it. Will I repeat it? No. Will I make more baked donuts from scratch? Yes, because I have in the past. Again, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I want you folks to make it a really great day.